Welcome, Virgo. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot, getting ready to do your full moon in Leo reading occurring on February the 1st. There are a couple of planets, movement energies you may be feeling in the social environment. Neptune and Saturn both moving into Aries. Neptune as we speak, and Saturn in middle February, and these are both significant because they talk about the way we are structuring our dreams, the way we are building discipline and a work ethic, a plan around the things that we wish to achieve. It also is about moving to a higher humanitarian standard. The idea of collective unity, abundance that is able to provide for everyone. These are focuses that we're experiencing on a global level, but you're also beginning to receive information from a galactic level for many of you that have been working through this empowerment and healing process for some time. In between those two movements, those two planetary movements, Uranus is moving direct in Taurus, where it's been for a while, but moving direct. The planet of revolution is in a place in another Earth sign where we are making changes gently, productively, with grace, with ease, with humor, even with joy and pleasure. Rather than it being a struggle or a pain or a hardship, we're understanding the benefit. Thus, we are moving with a sense of lightness towards the things that we know must change within ourselves and in our social environment. I pulled for your overall energy cards the Six of Jades and the Three of Jades. You got two. This is reading to me as though you are renewing a contract or you're revising a contract in a new location for a new job, something of that sort, so that you are reevaluating the terms in which you began a new project. You're making some adjustments that are going to be very productive, very successful, but are creating a better sense of fairness among the players, moving more critically towards a sense of equity among those who bring a variety of talents to a project. So this fares very well. This indicates success, a methodical work ethic and effort that is being persevered towards. In the 10th house, the way that others see you, your place of belonging in the world, the Seven of Staffs indicates is sort of following this theme that you're in a new place or a new position. Perhaps it doesn't have to be brand new. It can be new as in within the last year, where you are feeling a sense of a need to speak your mind, speak up for yourself, stand up for yourself, be sure others understand your boundaries and limits. And there can be even a sense of defensiveness, particularly if you are new in a new organizational environment, a new community position where you are having to learn as you go, but you're also bringing phenomenal wisdom with you. You are on a path that is familiar, professional path that is familiar, that you're well experienced in, and you may feel a sense of having to hold your own while you catch up with the environment and with the possibilities that exist. This can be contributing to your ability to renegotiate something or revise something that started off in a completely different, with a different expectation than what it is you are now experiencing. In the first house, the Ace of Swords. Love this card. This new opportunity, this new location, this new project is a deep wellspring of knowledge and wisdom you have gained. And maintains your advocacy and your attention to the words, the presentation, the information that you're sharing with others. It feels as though you're presenting a somewhat radical view in whatever position you're in, that you're providing information that shifts the frame of reference, that reframes an old inquiry on new terms. And this is the result of your aligning this inquiry with your personal experience so that your experience of justice, injustice, fair treatment, or unequal treatment is part of the inquiry that you are pursuing. So you are sharing information, you're doing research, you're erecting projects or establishing a way of processing information that attends to questions that are often not included in the traditional body of knowledge that you are representing. I hope that makes sense. In the fourth house, the Lord of Jades, the King of Pentacles, shows you, as so often is the case, Virgo, a master of your craft. You are pretty much very well experienced. You've been on a very clear and prosperous professional trajectory. You feel that you can now be generous in your exercise of options regarding the way that you're compensated. Quite likely, it feels as though you're investing in something that stabilizes your field of research for existence. And the reason that I am talking about it in rather technical or academic terms is because, as is so often the case, this is where I feel that you're finding your greatest strength right now. Whatever your professional or business trajectory is, you are making the presentation. You are providing the ideas. You are marketing the ideas around the value of what it is you're doing. And so you may be writing about this. You may be speaking. You may be literally the person who presents these ideas to others or to a student body, to clients. And that is where you are presenting something that is well established, tried and true, and something that has benefited you greatly, has offered you or gained you a lot of abundance, and thus the ability to be generous with your wisdom. In the seventh house, we have the Magician. And this goes very much with this idea that you are presenting a radical departure from the traditional way of doing things. And I might even say that this has to do with your significant others or relationship connection life. The way that you are finding relationships that are important to you, where you're finding partnerships that are meaningful, that actually contribute in a significant way, quite likely in an equitable way, to a project that is important that you are beginning, that requires your leadership and the support and leadership of another or others. That other of significant relationships has to do with an individual, a group of individuals, or an idea, a project, an opportunity. So I see you really at the peak of your ability to articulate your particular inquiry, your research thesis, what it is that you are looking for out of a vast body of knowledge that you have mastered already. This is beautiful because I feel that you embody this idea in some way. And therefore, there is an obvious and personal truth that is connected to the information you're sharing, which makes it more salient, potentially more popular, or more recognizable. So I'm going to clarify these cards, hoping that this reading is so far resonating with you, for you. Um, if so, please like this video, subscribe to my channel, Pacific Tarot. So I have the Knight of Pentacles clarifying the Ace of Swords, the Six of Pentacles again, clarifying the Lord of Swords, and the Devil clarifying the Magician. And I have the Knight of Swords clarifying the Seven of Wands. So I don't think I turned either of these over. So we'll actually stop right now and recalibrate. I'm going to read to you the Egyptian sacred animal oracle card. You have the hare. Number 16 may be important to you, or I'm thinking here this is significant to a tower-like disruption of information, and that's how I'm seeing something you're presenting, an idea that is radical, that is outside the norm, that is alternative, that is shaking up the status quo. The hare, number 16, keywords are alertness and speed. Linked to Uanet, goddess of fertility and speed, the hare is associated with rebirth, fertility, and vigilance. It is considered a sacred animal because of its speed and ability to survive, which is why it represents endurance and cunning. There may be an opportunity for a new beginning or rebirth in some aspect of your life related to a work issue, a favorable time to devote yourself to a creative project or to achieve something new. The hare encourages you to use your intelligence and resilience to overcome obstacles or difficult situations. Pay attention to details and remain alert so that you can calmly face any challenges or unexpected events that may arise. So this is interesting. I'm thinking very specifically about the Magician card here. There's this idea of endurance and cunning, speed. I think these are things we all can equate with the energy of Mercury, Hermes, the trickster. So the magician is also the trickster as well. And those can be deftly combined in the way in which you present something radical to others, something that is potentially disruptive to the status quo. And from the Soul's Journey Oracle, I've pulled discipline. I can accomplish what I set my mind to. And this is beautiful. This really has to do not only with the force of your truth, your justice, but with your mastery of your discipline, the mastery of the body of knowledge that is coheres to your professional trajectory. You are hardworking, you are methodical, and as all Virgos are, attend to details, the small things. Getting everything into alignment is what allows you to move quickly and speedily towards a conclusion, to express that, articulate that in a fluid way. So in the first house, the Ace of Swords is clarified, the Knight of Pentacles. This is interesting because this expression of a radical idea, a revolutionary idea or truth, a move towards what could be considered a radical expression of justice, pursuit of justice, is something that you are holding on and envisioning as shaping your project. This is taking you again outside of the customary traditional limits of your field of knowledge, your field of activity. This is moving you into a place where you know now it is possible for you not only to talk about this, but to build something that coheres with something that is considered wild, unusual, disruptive, highly intuitive, that addresses those that have been excluded. In the fourth house, the Lord of Jades, the King of Pentacles is clarified by the Six of Pentacles. And remember, this is a repeat for you. You had the Six of Jades here, which is a repeat card. So I see you actually creating contracts. Not only are you revising them, perhaps for something that you are building, expressing, clarifying, establishing now, a very new direction. I feel like you're striking quickly before the implications of what you're proposing can settle in. So you're moving quickly enough because of your authority in your field of knowledge, that you are in a position of creating a contract or agreement that allows you to shift and create contracts with others. So I see you being the dispenser of collaborative agreements with others, establishing your team based on your own terms and based on a very far-reaching prospect or perspective that, again, includes those who have been overlooked, that have been absent or excluded. This is very exciting. So with the seventh house, the Magician is clarified by the Devil card. I do feel there's something here about the lone wolf that has perhaps dogged and even promoted your professional trajectory. That your ability to color within the lines, stay within the rules, has served you well and actually supports this ability now to break from the tried and true, the status quo. This is exciting because it's a beautiful way in which you have shaped this project or this direction through a deeper and deeper understanding of who you are and what your talents actually are. That your obligation, first and foremost, is to please yourself, to respect your talents, your gifts, your ideas, the work and experience that you've done over a long period of time, to cast off your former authorities and to really embody that sense of authority on your own terms. And you are sharing that quite generously and actively with others so that you are transparent. But because of the nature of forces that oppose you, it is required for you to be strategic. It is required for you to even be apparently cunning or not straightforward, for you to wait until you can spring it in a way that others are not prepared for. They can appreciate in this way your ideas, your energy, your effort, the direction you're moving without erecting the typical rules and regulations that would ordinarily block a project like yours. In the 10th house, the Seven of Staffs is clarified by the Knight of Swords. Because of this very radical proposition that is on offer through your ability to envision something different, to include those who have been excluded, you are constantly having to challenge not only your own assumptions, but the assumptions of others. And part of that is your resistance to the rules and regulations that are imposed upon you. You are very clear about your limits and saying no to things that don't feel appropriate to your expectations or the expectations of others. You're very aware that you're dueling with a perception of who you are, not always with who you are or what you know. And that's very important because that allows you to maneuver and place your words, your message, to articulate the connections you're seeing in a way that is not overwhelming to those who would or do naturally often oppose you. What a fascinating message. Virgo. What a pleasure it is to witness. And I'm going to finish up this reading with a rest card. And I pulled naps are a portal to a healing dream space. And what I'm envisioning right now is someone reading in a comfortable chair, a book with a stack of books surrounding them, various stacks of books, and falling in and out of sleep, napping as they read some formidable tome. Naps are a portal to a healing dream space. It's time to go deeper into your rest practice and begin to see naps as more than a shortened sleep moment. Naps are an invitation to enter a portal of care and invention. Things can be worked out in this dream space that can't be addressed while awake. You should come here often, trust the portal of rest, and imagine a rested world. I love this. Thank you so much, Virgo. If you've resonated with this reading, please like this video, subscribe to my channel. I appreciate you in all the ways that you are. And until next time, namaste.